Well, the weather has changed since I started this video, and my poor Super73 S2 has been like this for a couple of weeks now. And the embarrassing part is it's all over just trying to switch out some tires. And this isn't a hard job, I've done it before. I'm worried that these tires just might not fit on my Super73's rims. Now, I already had them on. I was trying to get the bead set, and this one just blew up and it's now unusable. So I did have to order a new one, but I'm determined. I'm gonna get this project done. I'm gonna get my Super73 back on its feet. And I think I know the problem why the bead won't set with these tires, but we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna pull out the tire liner and see if that won't help the issue. And this tire is decimated. So real quick, what happened was I thought that I could get away with overinflating these tires to get the bead to set, but I just went a little too hard and it exploded and it trashed this tire. And there's some wires poking out of it, so it's obviously unusable. And so I'm gonna take out these tire liners, these Mr. Toughies, and see if that will help give enough room for the tube so that that bead will set. I don't know, it's just a theory. We're gonna try it out. So what I mean is you can see this nice little gap here, but that gap does not exist right here. And so it doesn't make for a smooth ride. This has turned into a way bigger event than I wanted it to. I just thought I'd get some nice white wall tires on my bike. Might not be meant to be. Also, these aren't as easy to get on now that it's cold. I was able to do it by hand without the use of any rim. Oh, I still can do it. Let's inflate these and see how it goes. And my Hoto electric pump isn't charged up, so I gotta go peasant mode with this foot pump. Here goes nothing. Not having any luck with these tires. Part of me wonders if this whole sidewall is just too tall compared to the Super73 ones, but I don't think so. There's a little lip in there that it should just pop right up and over. So, plus that foot pump is garbage. It's all warped and stuff, so this is turning into a way bigger deal than it needs to be. But I have to solve this problem. If not, I guess I'll just pull the tires off and put the old Grizzlies back on. I didn't want to wait around for this to charge, so I have a USB port straight in extension. We'll see if I can get enough power. You can't operate it while it's charging. What is my life right now? Still no seal. I don't know what to do. So hopefully you can see what I'm dealing with here. There's just this lip right here, and that bead has to pop up over and set into that little groove right there. And it's just not happening with these tires. So I'm gonna try one last thing, and that is spray the insides with some WD-40. Also, while I was doing this, I found that I'd broken some more spokes. I don't know necessarily what to do about that problem. Of course, I could always, lose a little weight, but a quicker solution would be to hit up someone like Chris Customs and get some machine milled rims, but those things run, I don't know, like $1,000 or so. I haven't really looked into it, but that'd be kind of cool, and it would help solve the issue. I just want to get this thing up and running, even though it's snowy outside. Not too worried about the snow, because a lot of times it melts on the roads. Well guys, I've tried everything that I can think of. I've destroyed tires, I've lubed up the tires, I've taken out my Mr. Tuffy liners. I don't know what to do. So I think I'm gonna have to go to my last resort before I end up switching back, and that is to take these tires to a tire shop, see if they can get them mounted and see what they did differently so that I can let you all know. So here I am with no further progress on getting my Super 73 back on the road. The dumb thing is, it's not even broken. It's all because of those white wall tires over there. And I have taken it into the local bike shop and they did their best, but it's still not seated right on the bead. Let me show you. So right there, there's no gap. On this side, it actually looks pretty good. There's not much of a gap right there though. So we'll see. I'm gonna throw them on the bike. Like, it has been so long that the bike has collected dust. I just gotta get this thing upright for now, and that way I'll stop whining about it and get back on the road. It actually warmed up since I first started this video. No snow, so that was a good time to try. Now I just need to get the motor reconnected and the brakes put back on, and we should be back in business. All right, so I have my bike put back together. What the bike shop told me they did is on one of the tires they used soap, they overinflated it like I did, and they were somehow able to get it to work. With the other tire, they used their heavy duty tire iron and kind of held it out as they inflated the tubes, and I guess that would have held the tire in position. If the tire still feels wobbly, that's the route that I'll probably go before I completely abandon these white wall tires. Normally, I don't like to charge my batteries in cold weather, but the temperature says 39 and you shouldn't charge lithium batteries below freezing, but it's not quite below freezing. I'm gonna get these batteries charged up and regulated. On this test ride, it was a slightly smoother ride than when I first tested out these tires prior to the massive burst I had when I was using the gas station pump to fill it up, but it was still pretty bumpy and I could tell that the bead wasn't set. But the thing that really perturbed me was the noise that was coming from the rear tire. Didn't sound like gears grinding or anything internal with the motor. It sounded like loose spokes. And so I jumped off the bike, checked some things out, and I could definitely hear a noise. And so I gave up for the time being and decided to revisit it for another day. So I've officially had it with these white wall tires, so I'm gonna actually throw on my old original Badger tires back on this bike. I really thought that that bike shop solved my problems, but they didn't quite get that bead set. And now there's a strange noise coming out of my rear tire. It sounds like spokes or something, so I'm gonna have to take the whole tire off and check that out, see what's going on there. But I posted a story on Instagram in desperation, and somebody that works at Super73 told me what I probably should have already known or assumed, that it's really hard to get 4-inch wide tires on these rims because they actually accept bigger tires, like a 5-inch on the back, 4.5-inch on the front. It's doable, it's just hard. Some tires that I'd really like to put on my Super 73 are the Huntsmans by V Tire Co. They have the right sizes, they're just a little bit hard to find. So I'm gonna have to spend some time trying to get my hands on those. Plus I got a motorcycle jack for Christmas. It's actually for my Talarias, but we're gonna see if it works with the Super 73. And I'm not gonna let these white wall tires go to waste because actually, you may remember the Rave Bullet. It's had a flat tire forever, and I let somebody borrow it and they kind of screwed up the back tire on this one too. So I'm gonna yank this tire off and see if I can't get that one sounding better and rideable again. Maybe in this video, maybe in another one. We'll see how this goes. As I was going through, I found another broken spoke. So maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, that was the issue. Really gotta figure out a solution to the broken spoke issue. Chris Customs, if you ever come across this video, maybe you have some ideas. Fingers crossed this is what was causing the noise. I have a video where I link what spokes to order in case this happens to you. Recommendation would be to have a bike shop repair your spokes, but I'm just gonna do it myself for now. Line up your hole there so that you can get your valve through. Get that as tight as possible. And your liner's back on. So I wasn't able to just deflate this tire with my pocket knife. No, I didn't poke it, but you know, undoing pressing down the valve stem, and it's because there's just so much gunk in this tire. So I gotta remove this stem and see if that makes this possible. There we go. Messy. There's the valve stem. Alright, the last thing to do is throw on some zip ties and air it up. There's something that you should always have on store. It should be zip ties. So we're going to go to 36 psi, and what we're looking for is the infamous seal pop to make sure that it's set right. There's also an issue with the valve stem. Jeez, I cannot win with this project. Luckily, I just so happen to have a replacement valve stem too. Did you hear that? There it was. I need it on this side now though. So I didn't quite get the pop on that one, probably because this air compressor is low on battery. So yeah, we'll see how it rides. It's probably gonna be a little bumpy. Well, it's not a new set of shoes, but at least she's rideable. And that noise is gone too, because even the slight amount of weight, it would make that noise. So I really do think it was the spokes. The motorcycle stand is great, but kind of hard to work with on a bike. It's going to be great for the Telerias though. So let's get some batteries in here and take it for a test ride. It felt good to be back on the old Badger tires. This ride was a lot smoother. They aren't the white wall tires, but I'm okay with that, especially after all the frustration that I've had with them. Learned some things along the way that 20x4 treads probably don't fit Super73 rims as well as we'd like without some extra coercion, and so it's good to buy tires that do properly fit, and of course proprietary tires from Super73 are probably going to be your best bet. With that being said, if you're looking for new tires on the Super73 website, click my link in the description below and you can check those out there. I've really enjoyed the Grizzlies and the Badgers. I even had the Lizard tires on the Super73 ZX. But as I mentioned prior to this, I'd really like to try out the Huntsmans from B Tire Co. They do manufacture Super73 tires. I rode my bike over to my sister's house because one of the bikes that I've reviewed on this channel I gave to her, and it also had a flat tire. So since I had all my tools out and she lives pretty close by, I figured it was a good thing to do. Also, the noise that was coming from earlier, it's still there. I still think it's spokes. I just need to tighten up a few more, but I'm not too concerned about it. Well, it felt good to finally get out and ride. I think I'm done with those white wall tires, at least on my Super73 S2. I'll probably throw them on the Rave Bullet, but that will be a video for the next year because it is the end of the year. This is my last video of this year. And I just want to thank you all for watching all of the adventures and how-tos that I've posted on this channel this year. I did have a goal to be at 10,000 subscribers. I fell short of that goal, but hey, here's to next year. The only person to blame is myself. Got to keep putting out videos and keep making stuff that you guys want to watch. So I just want to say thank you. I hope that you have a happy new year. If you like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below. Wish each other happy new year. And of course, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day and rest of the year. See you next year.